We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now movement already, so a flag down here on our very first play, and that'll set them back 5. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And his first look is incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Mike's 47. Go, go, go. 47, Mike's hot.
Darnold from the gun. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20.
Here we go. 18 Gators.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
59 Mike, check, 59. I'm coming after you.
2nd and 13. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I can't believe they let you play.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And some room to run now. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 58 yards. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank. It doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yard.
Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Keep going.
Darnold now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time
it got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Real side. 47. Mike's 47. Young lady.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Come on,
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
Operating from the gun. Godwin. Open man. That's Noah Fant, the tight end. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Lindsey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
To throw on 2nd down, Godwin. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Phillip Lindsey. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. And maybe starting the campaign for another Offensive Player of the Week award in the AFC.
Yeah, strike up the band, right? They're going to lead him along, and the band being that offensive line, he's locked into the rhythm of what they're doing up front, and he's definitely off to that great start, a second straight week.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script.
That's caught inside the 20. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 56 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On first down, it's Darnold. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. From 19 yards away, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The extra point up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
You can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The tackle there by Brian Poole.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Go.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ready. Hey, orbit.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to throw. Godwin. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Deshaun Hamilton. A gain of 14. First down, Broncos.
Down. 10 Tucson.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Touchdown, defense.
Check 9. 61. Matchbox lights.
On first down, Godwin. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Set, ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Godwin. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3-and-out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
The kick by McManus is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Now, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, they stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Mike's 47. Ready? Who that?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold, he's going to air one out for Anderson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
First down, Denver.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Let's go.
From the gun, Godwin. Open man, here is Hamilton. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Broncos first down.
This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Back to throw. Godwin. This is the tight end fan. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. 2nd down and inches. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. 27 yards there, a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there, and it's 3rd down.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down.
Hey, Wahoo! Check. 53's mine. Check.
Looking to throw. Godwin. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Deshaun Hamilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him, but right now he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go.
Back to throw. Godwin. Man open, that's Juwan Winfrey. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Godwin. He completes this to Sutton. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Let's go.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Denver.
Down. 8, read.
Right here, right here.
On 1st and 10, Godwin. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Philip Lindsey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The final two quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now, he's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from first down. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready? 47 to Mike, boy, 47.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Anunwa, the intended target. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out
exactly.
there. But the 9 picks
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. That one good for 33 and a first. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Lindsay. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
60 outlaw.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Kill. Check out Freeman.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Royce Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now it's Lindsey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
50 seconds to mine. You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 18-yard line.
47, Mike. Mike, 47. All day. All red 80.
Here's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Now it's Darnold. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Bradley Chubb getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw Darnold. And he's going to go down again. Bradley Chubb. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 12-yard line.
Ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Now a carry for Lindsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready, ready.
57, Mike 57. Focus, defense, focus.
Let's go.
This is Freeman on first and 10. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this third quarter. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy.
Here we go, here we go.
Big grip. Big grip.
This is Freeman. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a first and 10. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
5.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Bell. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12. At the 15.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Jets on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Darnold. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On 3rd down, Freeman. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is fielded at the 27. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. They've gone to the 4th up in Seattle. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. To throw is Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And shutting him off, now open field. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called